I remember you were a very, very successful entrepreneur. You were one of the celebrated architect. At that peak of your career, what kind of helped you to move back to that inner calling? That journey will be interesting to know.
And all it needs is attention. Everything in this world works on attention. Whatever you focus on expands. The world is moving into the future with AI and technology. How do we combine these two and make the most of it to make this world a better place? Elevate the human consciousness to the highest potential.
A very good evening. Today we have a very, very special guest, Miss Nehha Lohiya. Welcome, Neha, to Pune Times Mirror and Civic Mirror Advisory Board. It is an honor and privilege to host you on this today's show.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta.
Yeah, pleasure. And for all our guests, Neha is not only an entrepreneur, she is a podcaster, podcast host. She's also author of Amazon bestseller. And she has done so many things. Knowing your personality, that you don so many hats, my question to you, from designing physical space to designing inner lives, what kind of moved you for this deeper calling?
Wow. Yeah, I've been asked that a lot. So, I've been a meditator since the age of 19. Thanks to my parents because I've got that environment at home.
Mhm.
And so there was always this inner calling of creating a larger impact. Of course, I'm qualified as an architect, but after running a successful design company for almost 20 years, one fine day I was sitting in a meeting and we were thriving in the company, but then there was this deep calling of a purpose, which is much higher. And I just couldn't ignore it. And I decided to call quits and start a new journey with a larger impact and yeah, follow my purpose. And so that's where my journey as an author started.
Wow.
Spent about 4 years writing my books, which is a book series called
Wow.
Evolve. It's a 5 volume book series. And I would say that has become a script for my rest of my life. So I call it my 2.0 version, wherein I've been guided to follow this path. And I strongly feel today I'm very aligned to my purpose. And yeah, it's been great. So that was the transition, because I feel today the planet needs a lot more healers, and wellness has become such a must have for us. It's no more a choice. With mental health, going, more than 60% of people in the world are facing challenges. And I just felt that whatever potential I have, I better, contribute to this cause, not ignoring the business side because I also feel that's equally important. But social entrepreneurship, I think, has always pulled me, and gravitated me towards it. So
Beautifully
that's
said.
where, so I became an author, then started my podcast
Wow.
because that was just the print media.
Mm-hmm.
The second was video. So through video, I wanted to spread this message of wellness, calling people from different walks of life. And today we are building this brand through technology. I want to reach out to at least 1 billion people.
Wow. I think that mission of reaching to billion people talks about the
Yeah.
actual impact you're going to create at the grassroots level. I think very few of us able to figure out the purpose. And I think purpose, once it aligns with yourself, rest everything falls in place. That is beautifully
Absolutely.
answered. Thank you so much. So with that, my second question, when you are at the peak of your success, many of us ignore the inner voice. I remember you were a very, very successful entrepreneur. You were one of the celebrated architect. At that peak of your career, what kind of helped you to move back to that inner calling? That journey will be interesting to know.
Yeah, lovely question. Again, like I said, because I've been meditating for so many years, I was always connected to my inner self. Like, although there is this external world, we have to function and perform, but every morning when you have that practice of connecting to your inner self, even if it is for 20 minutes, I think it keeps you grounded and you're always listening to your inner voice. And I made sure that I never ignore that part because, there's a intuitive feeling that you're born for a purpose. And I always had that. And I knew that there is something much bigger coming up. So I would say it's just about being connected to yourself, where you're cutting the noise, you're not letting it overpower you and your decisions. And when you connect back, you get your answers, is what I have experienced. So if you ask me, even today, every morning when I do my practice of meditation, any decisions that I have to take, it's very effortless because I feel the guidance, the providence that I get from the universe,
Wow.
and it just dawns upon you. So it's as simple as being connected to yourself.
I think so. The
I
main
think,
core is that yourself,
yeah,
right? Your
it starts
subconscious,
from
rest
you.
everything peripheral. I think we keep chasing the peripherals and we forget the core.
Exactly,
And if we
exactly.
can connect back and align ourselves
Yeah,
there, I think the real transformation happens,
yeah.
right?
And
Uh,
all it needs is attention.
right.
Everything in this world works on attention. Whatever you focus on expands. I think it's very important for us to focus on ourselves because it starts from there. And you feel the alignment in your work, your aura, your energy speaks when you're functioning from that inner core.
I so can relate to it because being a podcaster myself, I've got a chance to interview the billionaires of the country, and
Yeah,
everybody said the same thing. It all started with that self belief. Because if you can visualize here,
yeah,
eventually your footstep will guide you there, right? And
absolutely.
that's what actually make
Yeah.
the transformation.
As they say, you create it mentally first for it to manifest in the
Later,
physical world. So
beautiful.
it's a beautiful, very, very effective tool.
It,
I would recommend everyone to have any practice which can keep yourself connected, to that inner core.
so Neha, my next question. I know that you run a brand called Co-Evolve, and your work kind of merges with the ancient wisdom with the modern tech. So, what you're trying to achieve through Co-Evolve?
Hmm. Interesting. So, first of all, I run two companies, just for the audience. One is into health and wellness, and the other company is finance. And I have always believed that balance is the key for us to live the best version of our life. When I say balance, I consider all the five aspects, which is physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual. I think most of the people coming on a spiritual journey tend to ignore the financial part, but I would say balancing your material and spiritual journeys is very important. So, coming to your question of ancient wisdom, I think we in India are very rich in culture, and we've been blessed to have the Vedas and the Upanishads to guide us. And during my book journey, I have had the privilege to go through a lot of these scriptures, go into the depth of the wisdom that our ancestors have given us. And when I realized that treasure, I'm like, okay, the world is moving into the future with AI and technology. How do we combine these two and make the most of it to make this world a better place? Elevate the human consciousness to the highest potential. That's where this idea of co-evolve was born, where I was like, okay, let's use technology and combine it with the wisdom that we have so that it reaches maximum people. And I think the idea is very simple that we all need to live beyond survival, and we need
Right.
to rise to that level where we can experience life in real sense and not just survive and thrive
Yeah,
is
beautifully
the
answered.
idea.
I know.
Yeah.
I think most of us keep chasing those numbers, and at the end of the day, numbers keep coming to us if we're able to self center ourselves and then
Yeah.
live for a bigger purpose.
Yeah, I mean, numbers are great, but I think we tend to miss on the balance. Like we go to either of the extreme.
Mm.
So my try from this brand is always to establish that balance in everybody's life so that we feel fulfilled and
Yeah, yeah.
content.
As you said, na, if you literally have this balance well, I think you do much better
Yeah.
comparatively in both the thing. People say, I've been hearing my mom saying like, who can cook, she can also tie the hair, right? So,
Yeah.
it's not that you have to be good in one thing. You can
Yeah.
don multiple hat the way you are doing it so meticulously and so beautifully.
Yeah.
It's just that because you're able to, I think, unfold
Yeah.
the secret and which you're going to teach through co-evolve, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's the attempt. And we'll do our best to
I'm sure.
serve the world with it.
So, with this, my next question that comes to my mind, I remember you asked a brave question in one of your podcast or one of your research paper. If organization has to measure wellness like revenue, what
Hmm.
is the kind of possibilities will open up the leaders to lead?
Wow. I love to talk about this because leadership, I think, is the backbone of an organization. I would say the financial health of an organization is very much linked to the health of an employee. When I
Mhm.
say that, it includes each and every one, right from the lowest to the highest cadre. Because I think if your employees are happy and content at work, it's effortless for them to perform for you. Um, and when I say wellness, like the impact of wellness would be again, I think there's too much focus on the left brain. We've become too mechanical in our work, especially the corporate environment. All we need to do is introduce something to stimulate the right brain, wherein again it comes to balance because the right brain is your heart and left brain is more towards doing the mechanical thing. I think we've missed our connection to the heart. If we bring that up, what will happen is people will start leading from the heart. And when you do that, there is a beautiful combination of empathy and discipline in an organization, wherein you don't have to struggle to then train and keep telling your employees to perform. Everybody takes the ownership because then, the brand is giving you back and it comes naturally to the employee. So I would say, yeah, all of us as leaders, we should take this conscious effort of including wellness as one of the major pillars of an organization, wherein it will definitely reflect in the numbers. So today, if I talk about statistics, 12% of Indian population works in the corporate.
Mhm.
There is 35% of India is our students, and our focus is education and corporate because it comprises of half of the nation. And I think with students, they are the future leaders. So it's important to ground them into wellness right from this time so that, we save and they come out as leaders. And talking about the existing corporate, if we include wellness into the work ecosystem or environment, it's going to, I think, bring a huge difference because an investment in wellness gives you 10x ROI, which I
Absolutely.
think most of the corporates have realized today. And our with Co-Evolve as a brand, that's what we want to do. We want to contribute to that mission of providing wellness as a service to every corporate on the planet to then thrive
Lovely. I'm sure
with
you'll
that
achieve
balance.
that number. And I love that quote of yours that wellness literally creates that impact on the revenue because a happy employee
Yeah.
will bring happy customer, and a
Yeah.
happy customer will stay back and give you much more,
Yeah.
which you beyond expected. So I think this is a beautiful sort of balance which you're trying to bring. Wish you all the best
Thank
in
you.
that. So with your approach, my next question that is coming, how can today's workplace can be a space of healing, not just performance?
Hmm. Yeah. Um, Again, I think it starts from leadership. I would say if every founder, every leader has this vision of including wellness as a culture and creating that happy culture in an organization, it just needs that one thought. And then it reflects in the entire ecosystem. So I would say, instead of just chasing performance, if the leaders can become a little more conscious and compassionate towards the health again of the employees and just take this initiative of keeping some budgets for wellness, it would definitely have exponential growth to the organization, and a lot of leaders today are doing it. I would actually suggest and recommend even the startups to do it right from this time, even from the first year of their company, so that you know in the next 5 years they actually have a wellness culture in the organization.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it just starts with that
Yeah, we'd
one
all
thought.
love to see happy faces, happy employee, and thereby the byproduct is, the
Yeah.
growth, revenue, people retention, and the next
Yeah.
phase all
I
about.
mean, like we know that gratitude and happiness attracts abundance,
Always.
so that's what we
I'm
need to do.
glad that you're creating something like that to shift the mindset and then becoming a much, much better human being. Great. Congratulations. With that, the very, very prevalent question. Now that you're part of Pune Times Mirror Advisory Board, what is that you're going to bring about through your work which will impact the Pune as a city?
Absolutely. I mean, I love Pune, first of all. I'm in Pune since my high school. So I consider this to be my city. And I feel Pune is a very strategic location, again, for the nation. It is a corporate hub, it is a hub for education. There's so much potential in the city to contribute to India and, on the global map. So I feel Pune is also a melting pot for a lot of visionaries and talent. And I would love to contribute and add value to Pune Times in the best way possible through our brand, through the team, through my own personal, growth, so that we thrive as Punekers.
Yeah.
And, we also get Pune on the global map. Yeah, and it becomes one of the pivotal cities for
For the
growth.
country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We are going to rock together in Pune.
Absolutely, I'm sure.
With that, I've got a quick rapid fire round. Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, with that, we go to our last round. That's the rapid fire round. So, one word answer. It
Okay,
can be two or three. Okay, let me give you the
thank you.
benefit. It's difficult to summarize everything in one word.
Yeah,
Hustle or healing?
healing always.
Success without peace?
Peace. Nothing at the cost of peace.
Mind or soul? Who really runs the show?
I would say the soul is the driver, the mind can be the conductor. It
Wow.
goes together.
You are doing pretty well. Leadership today. Is it control or is it consciousness?
Today it's control, but we have to move to consciousness, and that's the
That's the effort of co evolve. Spirituality in one word.
it's a lifestyle.
That's nice. Wellness in one word.
Mm, Culture.
Nice. Technology. Is it awakening tool or is it addiction?
If we use it in the right way, it's very awakening. It's very powerful.
For you, what does legacy mean? Wealth or wisdom?
Well spent with wisdom.
Wow. You've done very well. Thank you so much.
Thank
Congratulations and
you.
thank you
Thank
for
you,
the show.
Sangeeta. It's been an honor, and I so get inspired by you, like I always
Same,
say.
same equally. We'll all inspire each other because that's where you can build the city to a
Totally.
better place. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being on the
Thank
show.
you. And thanks to Pune Times for inviting me. It's been an honor.